The Immunitibio Inc. stock I shared with you just weeks ago is now up 48%, and it's making subscribers serious money. But here's what's even more interesting, this biotech powerhouse is trading at just $3.35 right now, and it's sitting on what could be one of the biggest opportunities in the entire biotechnology sector. Stick around because today we're breaking down exactly why this stock is positioned for a potential explosion. Welcome back to Velocity Stocks. I'm Sterling, and I hope you're enjoying the stock picks we've been sharing with our community. Before we dive into today's analysis, I need you to do two things. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Why? Because we drop deep dive stock analysis like this every single week, and you don't want to miss the next opportunity that could deliver exceptional returns. Our channel is built on one thing: finding undervalued stocks trading below their true potential, backed by real catalysts and real breakthroughs. We do the research so you don't have to. So let's get into Immunitibio Inc. Before we talk about Immunitibio specifically, we need to understand why the biotechnology sector is absolutely exploding right now. Here's the macro picture. We're in the middle of a biotech revolution driven by advances in immunotherapy, gene therapy, and personalized medicine. The global biotechnology market is projected to exceed $800 billion by 2030, growing at double-digit rates annually. We're seeing unprecedented FDA approvals for novel therapies, increasing government funding for medical research, and major pharmaceutical companies actively acquiring biotech companies for breakthrough technologies. The venture capital funding for biotech is at all-time highs, with investors recognizing that the future of medicine is being written by innovative biotech companies. Here's what's critical. Immunotherapy and cancer treatment are the hottest areas in biotechnology right now. Companies that can develop effective treatments for cancer, autoimmune diseases, and other serious conditions are positioned to capture massive markets. We're talking about treatments that could generate billions in revenue and transform the lives of millions of patients. The tailwind is real. Regulatory pathways are becoming clearer, clinical trial success rates are improving, and successful biotech companies are being acquired at premium valuations. We're still early in this biotech cycle, and smart investors are positioning before institutional money floods in. Now let's talk about the company itself. We're analyzing Immunitibio Inc., ticker symbol IBRX, trading on the NASDAQ. Immunitibio was founded in 2014 and is headquartered in the United States. The company employs 673 team members and is developing breakthrough immunotherapy treatments for cancer and other serious diseases. What does Immunitibio do? They develop proprietary immune-based cancer therapies and other treatments using advanced biotechnology platforms. The company has multiple clinical programs in development addressing some of the most serious health challenges facing patients worldwide. Immunitibio's technology platform has the potential to revolutionize how we treat cancer and other diseases. Okay, here are the 7 reasons why Immunitibio could absolutely explode from current levels. First, severely depressed valuation despite breakthrough science. At just $3.35, with a $3.2 billion market cap, Immunitibio is trading at a depressed valuation for a company with multiple clinical programs in development and breakthrough technology. The market has not given appropriate credit for the scientific potential and commercial opportunity. Second, multiple clinical programs in critical development stages. Immunitibio has several cancer therapies in clinical trials. If any of these programs achieve positive efficacy data, the stock could spike 300 to 500% or more. Clinical trial readouts are binary events that can dramatically shift valuation overnight. The company has multiple shots on goal, which increases the probability of success. Third, patent portfolio and technology moats. Immunitibio has developed proprietary immunotherapy platforms with significant patent protection. These intellectual property assets create competitive advantages and provide barriers to entry for competitors. The technology is difficult to replicate, which means successful commercialization could result in dominant market position. Fourth, potential acquisition target with strategic value. Before you think this is just a biotech gamble, understand this. Larger pharmaceutical companies are actively hunting for companies with promising cancer therapies. Companies like Merck, Johnson & Johnson, and Roche have explicitly stated they're looking for acquisitions. Immunitibio's technology is exactly what they're looking for. An acquisition could mean a significant premium to current prices. Fifth, clinical trial catalysts coming in the next 12 to 24 months. Immunitibio has multiple clinical programs that will be reporting data in the coming year. Each positive data readout could be a catalyst for significant stock appreciation. The biotech community watches clinical trial data carefully, and positive results typically trigger multiple expansion and investor enthusiasm. Sixth, revenue potential from approved therapies is massive. If even one of Immunitibio's programs successfully completes clinical trials and receives FDA approval, the commercial revenue potential is enormous. Successful cancer therapies can generate several $100 million in annual revenue. The addressable market for cancer treatments is in the hundreds of billions of dollars globally. Seventh, all-time high of $39 shows the stock's potential. The stock has traded as high as $39 in its history. While I'm not saying the stock will return to those levels immediately, it demonstrates that the market has recognized value in immunotibio science. If clinical results prove positive, multiple expansion could push the stock toward $50 or higher. Let's break down the numbers because they tell a powerful story about valuation and opportunity. Current stock price, $3.35. That's in the middle of the recent range, positioned between recent lows and consolidation levels. Market capitalization, $3.2 billion. Here's the critical insight. Immunotibio is valued at $3.2 billion, despite having multiple clinical programs and proprietary technology. For context, many single-indication biotech companies with early-stage programs are valued at $5 to $10 billion. A company with Immunotibio's portfolio of programs should command a higher valuation. This valuation disconnect represents opportunity. Average trading volume, 15 million shares per day. That's solid liquidity. This is a major exchange-listed company with institutional ownership and real trading volume. You can accumulate positions without execution problems, though the volume is more limited than large-cap stocks. Now let's look at the price action across different time frames. 1-month range, $2 to $3.35. The stock has recovered from recent lows and is consolidating near the top of the range. This consolidation pattern often precedes breakouts. Higher lows suggest technical strength. 6-month range, $2 to $3.35. Similar pattern on the 6-month chart. The stock appears to be building a base after selling off from previous highs. These base building patterns often precede significant moves. 1-year range, $2 to $4. Over the past year, Immunotibio has traded in this range. We're currently in the upper half of the range. If the stock breaks above $4 with clinical trial catalysts or positive news, we could see acceleration toward $5, $6, or $7. 5-year range, $1.50 to $39. Here's the critical insight. The 5-year low is $1.50, which is 55% below current prices, but the 5-year high is $39, which is 1,064% above current prices. The risk-reward is heavily skewed to the upside. Even a recovery to 50% of the all-time high would be 1,065% move. The technical chart suggests we're at an inflection point where catalysts could trigger significant appreciation. Before you make any investment decisions, I need to be absolutely clear. This is not financial advice. I'm sharing research and analysis. I'm not telling you to buy this stock. You could lose your entire investment. Biotech stocks are extremely risky. Clinical trials can fail. FDA approval is not guaranteed. If Immunotibio's clinical programs fail to achieve efficacy targets, the stock could fall to near zero. This is speculative biotech, not a conservative investment. Position sizing is absolutely critical. If you're considering Immunotibio, this should represent only a very small portion of your portfolio. I'm talking 1 to 3% of your investment capital maximum. This is a highly speculative position with both significant upside and downside potential. This is not a core holding. This is a concentrated higher-risk bet. Volatility is extreme. Biotech stocks are extremely volatile. You could see 20 to 40% swings in either direction within days or weeks based on clinical trial announcements, FDA decisions, or company news. If you can't stomach that kind of price movement without panic selling, this stock is absolutely not for you. Before you think this is a sure thing, understand the clinical trial risks. Clinical trials are unpredictable. Even promising early-stage data doesn't guarantee later-stage success. Many biotech companies have promising science that fails to translate into approved therapies. Regulatory approval is uncertain. These are real, material risks that deserve serious consideration. Competitive landscape is intense. Immunotibio is competing against some of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the world. Companies with unlimited resources are working on similar treatments. Superior science helps, but execution, funding, and market timing all matter. Immunotibio needs to stay ahead of better capitalized competitors. Funding and dilution risks exist. Biotech companies often need to raise capital to fund clinical trials. Future capital raises could dilute shareholder value. If Immunotibio needs to raise money at unfavorable prices, shareholder dilution could impact stock price significantly. Do your own research. Don't just take my word for it. Read the clinical trial data. Understand the company's pipeline. Look at the regulatory pathway for their programs. Review the competitive landscape. Make your own informed decision based on the fundamental scientific and commercial opportunity. Regulatory approval is uncertain. FDA approval is not guaranteed despite promising science. Regulatory decisions are made by government agencies that have their own criteria and timelines. Clinical data that looks promising to investors might not meet FDA standards. These uncertainties are material to biotech investing. Let me recap what we've covered today. Immunotibio Inc. is a biotech company developing breakthrough cancer immunotherapies, trading at just $3.35. The company has multiple clinical programs in development, proprietary technology platforms, and significant acquisition potential. The stock has traded as high as $39 in its history and is currently trading at a depressed valuation that creates significant opportunity for patient investors willing to accept biotech volatility. The metrics support this. A $3.2 billion market cap for a company with multiple clinical programs and proprietary technology is attractive valuation. 15 million shares trading daily gives you reasonable liquidity, and the price action suggests we at a technical inflection point where positive clinical catalysts could trigger significant appreciation. Conservative price target. If Immunitibio achieves positive clinical data and de-risks the investment thesis, we're looking at $7 to $10. That's a 109 to 199% move. Aggressive price target. If multiple programs succeed and the company becomes an acquisition target, we could see $25 to $30. That's a 646 to 796% move. Here's what I need from you. Hit that subscribe button right now. Comment below, and tell me which biotech company you think has the most promising pipeline. And if this video provided value, hit the like button. It helps our algorithm reach more investors who are looking for this kind of deep research. Remember, do your own research, manage your risk carefully, and only invest money you can afford to lose completely. This is biotech, it's inherently risky. Position size appropriately. Clinical trial results are binary events that can dramatically move stock prices in either direction. Next week, we're breaking down a medical device company that just received FDA approval for a game-changing product, and the stock is still trading below fair value. The catalysts are aligning, and this could be one of the biggest moves we see all year. You don't want to miss that analysis. This is Sterling from Velocity Stocks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.